Prepare to embark on a mesmerizing voyage through time and across continents as we unveil the ancient enigma of Kenya's savanna pastoral Neolithic cultures. Delve into the heart of their origins, bridging the Middle East and the northern Sudanese region, as their DNA bears the unique imprint of Eurasian Levant-related populations intertwining with East African Nilotic and hunter-gatherer-related lineages. Witness the astonishing transformation of their material culture, forged under the fiery sun as pastoralism sweeps south of the mighty Saharan sands. Brace yourself for a captivating exploration that will shatter preconceptions and unveil the untold wonders of a forgotten society. The savanna pastoral Neolithic culture was a prehistoric society that thrived in the region of Kenya during the mid-Holocene period, around 3000–1200 BCE. This culture was characterized by its reliance on animal husbandry, particularly the herding of cattle, sheep, and goats. The people of the savanna pastoral Neolithic were semi-nomadic, moving their herds across the vast savanna grasslands in search of resources and suitable grazing grounds. They lived in small settlements and practiced a mixed economy, engaging in hunting, gathering, and limited agriculture alongside their pastoral activities. Archaeological evidence suggests that they had rich social and cultural systems, as seen in the presence of elaborate burial sites, pottery, stone tools, and personal ornaments. The savanna pastoral Neolithic culture represents an important phase in the development of human societies in the region, as it laid the foundation for subsequent societies that emerged in East Africa. Our story begins in the Middle East, where the ancient practice of animal domestication emerged. Around 10,000 years ago, communities in this region began to transition from a hunter-gatherer lifestyle to a more sedentary one. They recognized the benefits of taming and raising animals for their sustenance and companionship. As these innovative practices seeped into their cultural fabric, a remarkable journey was soon to unfold. The savanna pastoral Neolithic culture took root in the Middle East, with its people harnessing the power of animals, particularly cattle, sheep, and goats. These groups can most likely be identified as the Natufians, who were among the groups of hunter-gatherers who first were to develop farming and animal domestication strategies. We know this because this Natufian component can be seen to represent almost half of the ancestry of the pastoral Neolithic and various other Cushitic-speaking Horn African populations. But what set this ancient culture apart was their genetic makeup, shaped by the blending of various populations. The savanna pastoral Neolithic people mingled with the ancient Proto-Nilotic populations, related to the Nilo-Saharan people of East Africa. It is in the Sudanese Nubia region, around 8,000 years ago, that this genetic fusion likely occurred, laying the foundation for the savanna pastoral Neolithic culture. We know this because this sub-Saharan component can be found in all Cushitic-speaking populations of Horn Africa at high amounts, accounting for around 50 to 60% of their DNA. And because of the common paternal haplogroup M293, a subgroup of the E1B1b, which likely had its origins in the Levant area. Recent genetic research has shed light on the DNA of the pastoral Neolithic culture in Kenya. A 4,000-year-old sample from Kadruka, Sudan, has been found to be genetically indistinguishable from the earlier populations of the Kenyan savanna pastoral Neolithic culture. This discovery has bridged the ties between the savanna pastoral Neolithic cultures and the Sudanese Nubia region. The genetic similarities found between these populations suggest a significant level of interaction and population movement between the two regions, reinforcing the idea of interconnectedness and cultural exchange during the Neolithic period. As time passed, these dynamic communities embarked on a transformative journey across the African continent. They migrated from Sudan, making their way through the Horn of Africa, with their invaluable knowledge of animal domestication in tow. Eventually, they settled in the Kenyan Turkana region and the Great Rift Valley around 4,000 years ago. Archaeological evidence attests to this because of early pottery of these Afro-Asiatic speech communities in Kenya's Turkana region shows high affinities with the wavy line and Khartoum Neolithic culture of the Sudan. The savanna pastoral Neolithic people, armed with their domesticated animals, played a pivotal role in shaping the landscape they traversed. They lived in harmony with nature, adapting their practices to the diverse environments they encountered, and leaving behind a legacy that resonates to this day. recent genetic research has shed light on the DNA of the pastoral Neolithic culture in Kenya. A 4,000-year-old sample from Kadruka, Sudan, has been found to be genetically indistinguishable from the earlier populations of the Kenyan savanna pastoral Neolithic culture. This discovery has bridged the ties between the savanna pastoral Neolithic cultures and the Sudanese Nubia region. The genetic similarities found between these populations suggest a significant level of interaction and population movement between the two regions, reinforcing the idea of interconnectedness and cultural exchange during the Neolithic period. What we know off of the archaeological record suggests that much of the earlier populations of the areas primarily inhabited by the pastoral Neolithic populations was inhabited by East African hunter-gatherer and forager communities, much of whom these early Cushitic-speaking pastoralist communities interacted with. We know this because in early DNA samples of these Neolithic pastoralists, we see a decent amount of East African motor-related ancestry. The savanna pastoral Neolithic culture exhibited a distinct material culture. One notable aspect of their society was the practice of constructing large stone monuments known as cairns to honor their deceased. Additionally, this culture prided itself on the production of exquisite ceramics and stone bowls, creating a legacy of rich craftsmanship. However, a notable shift occurred around 1000 BP when the use of stone bowls seems to have been abandoned. The savanna pastoral Neolithic people were also known for their domestication of cows and goats, highlighting their agricultural practices. Significant sites such as Luxmanda showcased their cultural heritage. Furthermore, the culture primarily used stone tools until the arrival of Bantu farmers, who introduced metal tools to Theses communities, but the switch from stone tools to iron ones wasn't made until around 1200 AD, leading to a significant technological advancement. The archaeological site of Luxmanda in northern Tanzania offers intriguing insights into the dynamics of the savanna pastoral Neolithic culture. It challenges established notions regarding the geographical division between pastoralist communities and hunter-gatherer communities in North Tanzania, as Luxmanda is located relatively south in Kenya. This suggests a more complex interaction and overlapping of these communities than previously believed. Additionally, DNA studies conducted at Luxmanda reveal an increased presence of hunter-gatherer related ancestry. As one of the southernmost members of the savanna pastoral Neolithic culture, Luxmanda was surrounded by East African hunter-gatherer populations, which likely contributed to this genetic makeup. These findings shed light on the intermingling and exchange of cultural and genetic aspects between these distinct groups in the ancient past. The transition from the Kenyan pastoral Neolithic period to the Iron Age period in the Kenyan Rift Valley region brought significant changes both genetically and culturally. With the arrival of Nilotic and Bantu speakers, major genetic shifts occurred, leading to the formation of diverse ethnic groups. Additionally, these new settlers introduced farming techniques and ironworking skills, revolutionizing the local economy and way of life. The adoption of agriculture allowed for sedentary lifestyles and the establishment of permanent settlements, enabling the development of more complex societies. The introduction of ironworking further transformed the region, leading to advancements in tools, weapons, and trade. Overall, this transitional period marked a crucial turning point in the history of the Kenyan Rift Valley, shaping the genetic composition and cultural practices of the region. Thank you for watching this video and exploring the fascinating world of the Kenyan pastoral Neolithic culture. If you're eager to delve deeper into the ancient prehistory of East and North Africa, as well as the intriguing history of the Cushitic and Nilotic peoples, I invite you to check out the PDF documents linked in the description below. They will provide you with valuable insights and information. Moreover, if you're passionate about history, DNA, archaeology, and all things Africa, I encourage you to join our vibrant community on our Discord server. There, you can engage in lively discussions, share your thoughts, and connect with like-minded individuals who share your interests. Let's continue to unravel the mysteries of the past together.